So guys, we're going to start with session 3 today. Okay. We'll talk about joining relationship data model designing using your SQL programming, which covers your joining with different types of joins, subqueries, self join, cross join, null join, as well as we'll talk about relationship into one-to-one, one-to-many, many-to-one, and many-to-many, followed with the data model that is called star schema and snowflakes. Normally, what happens when I took any batches before, I normally give them one or two examples, we close it off. But in this particular class, we'll talk about more examples which has been asked in the interview only, right? So that you understand this is a question is going to come in the interview. I should answer this way. Okay. Okay. So we'll start with joining relationship and data model. So when we say joining, guys, if you look at the screen here, what joining says there are two types of joins, right? One is called vertical join, another one is called horizontal join. Vertical join means what? Appending of the tables. You have given a source table where is given product, city, and sales for Bangalore. You have a target table which is given product, city, and sales for Chennai. If you have both source and target table having equal number of columns, data type is same. In such cases, what we do, we just go for appending table that is called vertical join, right? Vertically, one table below another table you need to append so that you can see the complete output table here, which is going to have both Bangalore and Chennai together. Can you see this, guys, everyone? Are you getting this? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Moving on to the next, when you say horizontal join, what does it mean? If you have a left table, you have a right table. In both the tables, what is the common field? Student ID. Does it mean that all the columns are common in both the tables? No, right? Only one table, one column is common in both the table. What we have to do, we have to merge these two tables horizontally, right? So that we can find the complete information. For example, if a left table is given student ID with student name, gender, education. The right table is given student ID with the year of experience, the company, and the salary information. Can you see this? Now, when you merge these two tables, what is happening, guys, here? You're getting here that student ID wise, you can get name, gender, education, and their year of experience, company, and how much salary they're getting. If you merge these two tables, ultimately this output is going to come in one table only. But in this, not every records are common. In the left table, S1 to S5. In the right table, S1 to S5, which is common. These are students, those were common, and they have complete information is available. But there are student ID, which is S6 and S7 in the left table. They have their student name, gender, education details are there, but they don't have information about year of experience, company, and the salary. There is a table, the right table, the student ID S8, S9. They have the year of experience, company, and salary details, but they don't have details of name, gender, and education. If you merge these two tables, it is going to give you what is common and what is not common from the left table and what is not common from the right table. All together, the final output will come and where it is going to give you 9 records in this table. Yes or no, guys? This is called as an example of left join, horizontal join, which means merging table. We'll go multiple examples to understand that. Now we'll talk about here, guys, the test, right? So in this, we have given a source table for Apollo, target table for Cipla. If you go for appending this table, ultimately what will happen? Apollo Cipla will come under one table. Yes or no? You have given a left table with employee ID with gender, age, state code, employee ID with department, education, year of experience, and the salary information. If you merge these two tables, you find 547 to 552 employee ID, which is common in both the table. In the left table, 553, 554 is not in the right table. In the right table, 555 and 556 is not in the left table. So ultimately, we get how many records are common? 5 records are common or 6 records are common, guys. 6 records are common and 2 records from the left table, which is not common to the right table. 2 records from the right table, which is not common to the left table. This is how we got the output. Is this clear? Okay. Now we'll start about understanding what is called vertical join and appending table and what are the different scenarios we will come across when we go for joining this table. It is given here. You have given Bangalore, Chennai, and Mumbai. All the source and target table are having equal number of columns and data type remains same. Yes or no? So ultimately, you see Bangalore, Chennai, Mumbai, all three is coming into one table. In the scenario number 2, what happens? There is a source table, there's a target table. The target table is having extra one more column to this. Yes or no? In such cases, what happens? SQL is not going to append. It will throw an error saying that the target list is not matching to the source list. Are you getting it? So that means we have a source to target table. Source table should have a similar number of column into target. Number of columns. Is that okay? Now, if we have given Apollo, Cipla, and Geno, can it be appended? Yes. So it is going to have all three into one. If we have given Apollo to GSK, GSK is having 2 extra columns. Can it be appended? It cannot be appended, guys. Right? So now what we will do here, we will be doing the same practical, taking data to SQL Server and we'll do it. I'll give you more examples on that as well. Okay. What I'll do here now, guys, I have opened my SQL server for you all. I'll go for opening a new query. In this new query, what I'll do first, I will use SQL prep 2024. If I run this, what I'll find, my database is active now. Yes or no? I need to save this query. Where I'll save this query? I'll be going back to my D drive. Already I'm doing this for you guys. Session 3, I'll be storing this code called SQL Session 3 code. Understood? Okay. Now, I have given some data for you guys to practice. I have a raw data, which is taken data for vertical join data. If I open this Excel file, I have given some number of data here, which we have to use now. Perfect. What you see guys here, we have a data which is given for made Apollo, which is having customer ID, company, gender, age, state code, postal code, number of trips. Same thing for made Cipla, Geno, Religare. Religare, instead of giving number of trips, it is given as what? Visits. And made GSK is given two extra column to this. We will go for importing all these 5 tables together. We will understand how to go for appending table or making a vertical join in SQL programming. What I will do first, going back to my SQL server, if I really want to import my data, what should I do now, guys? Here, tell me. I'll go to the databases. Where is the database for you guys? Right click on this. I'll say task. I'll go to import data. When I say import data, it will open as what? Welcome to SQL Server import and export wizard. If you go to next, what will you do? Use the destination as what? Data source is going to be Excel file. From where you want to browse the data? I want to browse data from my session 3 raw data. I'll go to vertical join data where I want to read my data. Yes or no? Automatical system has identified it is Excel SX file, which is 2007 to 2010. It has identified the first row, always going to consider as your header. Next, with the destination here, you would be going for SQL service provider. Yes or no? Then it'll move on to, you can see that your database is currently, which is going to import the data that is called SQL Prep 2024. Moving to the next, you will be going for importing the data from the Excel file where it will show number of sheets that you want to import now. Okay. So I'm going for next, where I can see I have a made Apollo, I have a made Cipla, Geno, GSK, and Religare. These are the table which I want to import. How should I go for importing this? Called made Apollo. How should I go for importing this? Called made Cipla. Are you getting this, guys? How to go for doing this is called made Geno. How will I go for doing this as made GSK? And this is going to what, guys? Made Religare. Can you see this, guys? Then moving to the next, what will you do now? If you go back, you can save this as your SSIS package. That means every time you don't have to go for choosing this data source to the destination to the sheets that you want to import. If the data is remain same, you can always save this as a SQL Server integrated services SSIS package, and you can always call the package. It will automatically fetch the data. But in our case, we'll do it manually now. So I will not click on this. I'll go for run immediately. The moment I say run immediately, it is going to start reading this file for you guys. Okay. So now it is reading. It is taking a little more time because we are using what as your learning. So now I got why I got the error. If I click on this, it's saying that the column name customer ID should be treated as what? So that means what we have to do now, we have to go back. When you imported the file, you have to go for edit mapping and you have to choose it as what? Or let's say integer. Let's see what is happening, right? Same thing for here also. Edit and make it to integer, right? Also go here to edit mapping. Um, it never happened before. I don't know, nowadays it is happening. Okay, let's see. Again, I'm getting this. It is not supposed to take as a varchar. It should be reading as it is. It was not throwing this error before. Nowadays it is throwing, right? So no worry. We can see here what we can do for this is that, okay, let me close this file. go for importing this data. Does it happen to your system also, guys? You face the same issues? You're able to read the data, right? I think I have to change my laptop then. Normally, we should not take these. If it is a numeric, it should be float or it should be integer. But I don't know why system is throwing that. Let's see. Does it work? All successful. Okay. Can we see our table is here called made Apollo made? Okay, it is coming. So let me write here. Select star from made Apollo. Select star from made Cipla. Select star from made Geno. Select star from made Religare. Select star from made GSK. If you run this query, what is happening? Hmm. Okay, guys. So I don't know why this error is coming, but let me go for seeing this file, how to be imported first. Maybe what we can do here, drop table made Apollo. Right. Okay, fine. So we'll try last time to import the same file here. I'll go for import data. So guys, are you able to import this file in your system? You can, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, let me see if I get this error. Made Apollo is there. Made Cipla is there. Made Geno is there. Made GSK is there. Made Religare is there. Okay. Perfect. So what data type is going as a float, right? Drop table enable identify the insert. Is there any challenge? It is source column should be float means taken as a double as 15 digit. Okay. Say okay. Let me go to next. Next. It's saying that the source of location to this second record already was 12.0. Copy to this location. All these files are there. Going to next. When is this? Okay. It is taking too much time. Maybe I have to reinstall my SQL Server one more time. Something has gone wrong from last couple of days. My PPT is also not getting open. So let me see what is there. Does it take that much time? What is taking my system? No, right? Oh, is something wrong then? Okay. Okay, so what we have now, guys, select star from made Apollo, select star from made Cipla, select star from made Geno, select star from made Religare, select star from made GSK. So these are the table which we have it now. Yes or no, guys? All the tables are there. Now we will do vertical join in SQL, which means appending the tables. Okay. So rules. What is the rule that before going for appending table we should find out? We must identify the source table, right? And the target table, right? Second one is what? We must make sure that from the source table to the target table having equal number of columns and column name data type should be same. Is this clear to all of you guys? This is a kind of rule that we have to follow. Now, scenario one. In scenario one, what we'll do here, we'll take select star from made underscore Apollo. We'll write select star from made underscore Cipla. If you go and take this two table, what we see, Apollo is having customer ID, company, gender, age, state code, postal code, and the number of trips. Cipla is also having customer ID, company, gender, age, state code, postal code, and number of trips. Yes or no? Both source to target table is having equal number of columns. In such cases, if you want to append, what we'll do here, select star from made underscore Apollo, right? You have to write what? Enter union all, select star from made underscore Cipla. If you run this query, we can get the output which is coming for Apollo and Cipla together. Does it make sense, guys? Everyone? Clear to all? So this is how we go for appending tables. Now scenario 2. In scenario 2, what we have done, we have taken made Apollo Cipla. Also we have select star from made underscore Geno. Can you see this? We have three tables now. In this three table, we have two source and one target, one source and two targets. When you say made Apollo to Cipla and Geno, these are the target tables. Yes or no? When you say made Apollo Cipla to Geno, it is becoming Geno is the target table. Now, how to go for appending when you have three tables together? So what you can do here, you can write here, select star from made underscore Apollo. Then what do you write here? Union all. Select star from what? Made Cipla. Then again you write what? Union all. Select star from made underscore Geno. Right? If you run this query, what is happening, guys, here? Your Apollo, Cipla, Geno, all these values are coming. Understood? Clear to all of you guys? This is how we go for appending three tables. Now, scenario 3. Scenario 1, appending two tables. Scenario 2, appending three tables. Okay? Scenario 4, or scenario 3. Scenario 3, appending tables where source to the target table column name mismatch. So that means you will have a source table to target table, but the column name will not match. For example, select star from made underscore Apollo. Select star from made underscore Religare. Can you see this, guys, everyone? What is happening here? In this Religare, instead of number of trips, it is given as what? Visits. Now, what will happen if you go for appending this two table? Will it be appended or not? We'll see. Right? We write what? Select star from made underscore Apollo. Then what do you write here? union select star from what? Made underscore relegate. So now what will happen here, guys, even if it's given number of trips and visits, if you run this query, the number of trips also taking the value of visits under that only, right? So what is happening? We can say SQL has its own cognitive approach, cognitive learning approach to identify the field values. If the data type is same, it can append under the source table field name. Are you getting this, guys? Is this clear to all? What has happened? Huh? This is called scenario 3. Now let's go for scenario number 4. In scenario number 4, what will happen when the number of columns from the source to the target table is not same? Are you getting this? So that means if you take this example, select star from made underscore Apollo, correct? You will say union all, select star from made underscore GSK. What is the source table here? What's the target table here? If you run this query, what is happening? What is happening here? First of all, just simply run this query to see both the tables. What is happening? The target table is having 2 extra columns to this. Now, when you say you want to go for appending table, how do you go for appending table, guys, here? You'll just use union all. If you run this query, does it append? What error message is coming out here, guys? All queries combined using union, intersect, except operators must have an equal number of expression in their target list. Since it is not having the equal number of expression or the number of columns, it is not going to append the table. Does it make sense to all of you guys? Clear now? Now interview question to you. Ready for the interview question, guys? Okay. Now interview question saying that how many tables we can append using union all query. How many tables we can append using union all queries. For example, like union all, again you need to add one more table. You'll say union all, right? Like that in union all, how many tables we can append in SQL? You will say the answer is maximum 256 tables. We cannot go beyond 256 tables like this. Sometimes they ask this question in the interview, you can answer this, right? Now I will talk about here, guys, scenario number 5. Okay. Scenario number 5, what will happen if the source table column data type is not same in the target table? Are you getting this, guys? What's the question? What will happen if the source table column data type is not same as target table data type? Now let's do this here. Okay, so for scenario 5, we'll create table student inquiry data 1, right, guys? What we'll do here, we'll add these values like student underscore ID as varchar of 5 characters long. Okay, then I'll put student underscore name, that is all going to varchar of, let's say, 20 characters long. Then I'll put the age, which is given as what? Integer here. Then I put the education is here, which is also going to be varchar of, let's say, 15 character long. Does it make sense to all of you guys? Right? So this is what? Student inquiry data 1. I go for creating student inquiry data 2. In this, I use this as what? So in both the table, it is integer and it is varchar. Now you first run this. It's saying as what? Commands completed successfully. How would you insert the values? Insert int. What's the table name? Values bracket start, right? That is called S1. Student name is what? Ahuti Panda, right? Then I put her age. I put it somewhere around 26. Then I put the education as MCA. Can you see this, guys? Same thing I will be reflecting over here. This is for S2, this is for S3. What's your name? I'll go for Saurabh. Saurabh, I'll say Saurabh Kumar, right? Then I put Saurabh is just say 28 years old and he's an MTech. Okay. Then I go for S3. What's your name? Vidya? Vidya, right? Vidya Bhushan Patnaik. Okay. I put him as 24. I put it here as an MBA. Okay. So this is what I have inserted the values. I got 3 rows are affected now. I can select star from, what's the table name? Student inquiry, data 1. If I run this query, I get the output which is coming out here. Understood? Same thing, what I did here, guys, I go for this table. What I write here? 2. Right, I'll change it here. Now, what is given here? S4, S5, and S6. What did you say?
Table name error.
Table name error, sir.
Okay, no problem. We'll be changing here. Fine. Okay, now, what's your name? Sonali Rana. Okay, Sonali Rana. I put it here. She is 23 years old. She is an MBA. What's your name? Sunil Mohanty. Sunil Mohanty. I put 28. He is a BSc graduate. What's your name? Sanidhya. Sanidhya Saranya. Okay. Okay. I put it 23 years old and she's an MBA. That's it. So now, guys, what is happening here? If I run this query, I get my table is ready. What I light here? Select star from student inquiry data 2. Okay. If I run this query, I get it. Now the question is coming. I want to rename my table name data 1 to data 2. Can I do that? I cannot do this. I cannot rename my table name. Alter table to add and rename or drop the columns. Table is what? What can I do to change my table name? Somebody says you can go to your database. Perfect. I can go there. I can go to the table. Okay. Now the table name is what? Student inquiry data 2. Shall I find it out where it is? Can you see this? Can I do or rename to this table name and call this as data 2? Does it work? If I run this query, what error will show? Object name is not found. What will show here? Data 2. Now you can easily change it so that tomorrow, if you follow this code, you should not be panicking. Is that okay? If I run this query now, I can see my table output is coming. Now, guys, we have 2 tables to be appended. Yes or no? So how to go for doing that? What I'll do here? Select, right? This keyboard, I'm having lots of issues. Select star from data 1. Then what will I here? Union all. Select
I think
star
D8.
from. Does it make sense to all? So I have these 2 tables are there. Now data type is not same. Can you see this? It is given integer and it is given varchar. But even if I've given varchar, I have taken the value as without quote. I have taken without quote. Still is coming the value as what? Yes or no? Now when I have defined varchar, I have taken the value without quote. What is the data type is coming to this? How will you check it, guys? You will check it here. Going to the columns. What is it coming here? Varchar. Right. If you go back to the student inquiry, data 1. If you go to the column, what is given here? Integer, right? Now we'll go for appending this table. Will it be happen? It will not happen. Sorry. What will do here? Is it appended? Even if the data type is mismatch, it is reading the data in SQL Server. Now this is what the interview question, right? You will say in SQL Server, even after the data type is mismatch, SQL can append the values. Are you getting it, guys? Now the next question will come. Next question is that what will be the data type for the same column after appending it. What will be the data type of the same column after appending it? So what you'll do here, into, you will say student all. Yes or no? So if you run this query, what do you see here? Select star into student all from this table and union all. If you run this query, what is happening? You got a new table called. You will say select star from student underscore all. If you run this query, what do you see? The table is coming with this. Now let's go back to your database, refresh, and to see the table name is what? Student all. What will you do here? Go in the columns, and what is the field name is coming? Since the source table is having integer, it is automatically reading the value as what? Is that clear? If the source value is having character, it will read the value as what? Can we do this and check it now? Yes or no? Chalo, theek hai. So, since the source table data type for age is integer, then after appending, it has read this to integer only. Yes or no? Now let's do this example one more time. Try the vice versa. So how do you go for this? This time you will be taking this as what? 3 table. Yes or no? So try this. And you call this as what? Varchar. What I'll do here? Put these values into what? Is this clear now? Okay. So what will call this table now here? Student data 3. Sorry? Yes. So it is going to be 10 character. Okay. Now run this query. It's saying that data 3 is already existed because you have to do drop table and table name. If you run this query, the table has been dropped. You can run this one more time to active your table and you can call this here. Does it come now? Okay, good. Now we'll call this table name as what? 4. What will take it here? Integer. You don't have to define the length for this. Yes or no? Now, what will change here? Is this clear? If you run this query for data 4, you can see the table is also coming. Now, in this case, you are reading from where? Varchar to integer, right? So what light here? Select star from 3. What light here? Union all. Select star from 4. Will it be appended? Yes or no? Does it come? What would be the data type? Into student all version 1. Yes or no? Now, if I run this query, what is happening? My table has been created. Yes or no? If I come back to the table here, what I see now in the column, I have student ID, student name, and age is given as what? And age is reading as what? The source is what? The target is what? Which is taking over?
Target.
No, it is only integer. The number is always considered as integer while you append this. Okay. So even is varchar to integer also is reading this as integer. It is integer to varchar also is reading this as. But if you go to MySQL, it's just opposite. It will always read this as a varchar. When you are going to add a character value to a numeric field, it becomes as a character. Yes or no? But in SQL, it has its own cognitive approach to read the number, and calling this data type is also number. Clear now? Clear? Okay. Perfect. Now you might be asking, say, can you please show us student inquiry data 4 and see data 3 and what is the data type in that? So let me go and show you that student inquiry. Yes. Data 3. What is the data type is coming here? Varchar? Yes or no? And in this, what data type is coming here? Integer. So it is taking. So SQL service is giving value to what? Integer as the first priority. Okay. We have answered this. Clear now how to go for appending tables? All such scenarios. Right. Now we'll talk about union all versus union while appending tables. Okay. This is important. Every other interview questions will come like this. Now let's answer this practically. What I'll do here, guys, I have given this Excel file here. Can you see? It is given student, name, subject, and score, right? I have also given another table which is also given as student, name, subject, and score. If you look both the tables, the score for CME, SAS, R, Python, which is also duplicate here, yes or no? So ultimately, the first table is having how many records? And the target table is having how many records? In this, the first three records are going to be duplicate. We need to understand while you are going to append this table, if there is a duplication, how to avoid those duplication by the time of appending it. Okay. So what we can do, we can close this file. I'll give you practical example 2 more on this particular thing. Right click, going to the task, you'll go for importing data. While you're going for importing the data, what will you do here, guys? You will choose Excel file to browse the data here. Understood? Right. Now, what is it happening now here? You're going for student score 1, student score 2. You can write here student underscore score 1, student underscore score 2. I hope it should not throw any error. Both the tables are having how many records? 11 records, right? Okay. Okay, perfect. What I write here, select star from student underscore score 1, select star from student underscore score 2. If I run this query, I can see both the tables are coming. If I use union all to append tables, if you simply going to use first table, how many records are there? Second table, how many records are there? 11. If you're using union all, how many records are going to come now, guys, here? 22 records. Though we know there are duplicate records, it's going to get 22 records. So union all will append all the records irrespective of the duplicate values. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Right? Now we'll say union to append records. Okay, got it now, guys? Clear? Now, in this case, you know 3 records are duplicate, correct? If you append using union, how many records are coming? It is excluding all those. Are you getting it now, guys? Okay, good. Okay, so what do you say? Union will append tables with the unique values only. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? Is this clear? Okay. Now, there are 6 questions will come from this. What are 6 questions? I'll ask you now one by one. Okay. What we can do here, first interview question. What is the difference between union versus, how to answer this? Union will append all the unique records. Yes or no? What do you say? Union all will append all the records irrespective to duplicates. Yes or no? Is this clear to all? Now we'll give a scenario. We'll talk it scenario on union versus union all 1. Now let's this example. ठीक है, called customer transaction 1. ठीक है, so there is an account number is given. How will I put this account number? ACCT, then I will say hyphen ampersand random between 1112999. So I got some number. Can you see this, guys? So how many account numbers are there? ठीक है, ऐसे control C, paste spatial and say values. Is there any duplicate? No duplicate. How do you know no duplicate? If you select this column, say data and remove duplicates. How many records are there now? 34. 33 records there, but it is 34 now. Duplicate. Is a duplicate found? No. Very good. Then I have given here the transaction date. Can you see this? What is that? I take date. Year is 2023. Month is random between 1 to 12 months. And the date is, day is what? Random between 1 to 28. I never want to place. So just do this. My date is coming. It is coming in what? Number of days. From where? 1st January 1900. I can right click on this, do a format cell, make it to a date value to get the date values here. Yes or no? I can copy this, right click, do a paste spatial and say values. Yes or no? How much transaction amount? I put random between 100 to 10,000. Are you getting it? This is the transaction which is happened to what? The customer. Are you getting this? What I did here, I copy the same data and I paste it to another sheet. And I call the sheet name is going to be customer transaction data, transaction 2. Clear? In this, I cut this and I paste it here. Making sense? In this table, how many records are there? In this table, how many records are there now? 16. Clear? Last 4 records I copied and I paste it here. Clear? These last 4 records are what? Duplicates. So ultimately, the first table is having how many records? And the second table is having how many records? If we say union all, how many records will come? 21 plus 16, which is 37. Logically, how many records it should come? 21 plus, it should be, if you minus this 4, which is coming as how many records? 33 records should be coming. 4 records are duplicate. Yes or no? What we can do here, let's go for taking this data. There are 3 ways to remove duplicate values. I'll show you one after another using union. Apart from union also, we can do it. What we'll do here, we'll go for SQL Server. Now, in this, we will say as what? Task to import data. Where do you want to import this data now? It is from the Excel file. You'll browse the file. You will say next. What do you choose here, guys? Service provider. Next. What you will import now? Call customer transaction data 1. And you'll also copy the same thing here, data 2. What you see here, select star from customer transaction data 1, select star from customer data 2. Clear? So, if you go for using, How many records are going to come? How many? 37. If you go for using union, how many records will come now, guys? How many records are coming? 33. Now the question is that union all is giving you all the records, including the duplicate. Union is giving you all the unique value, which is unique in both the tables, right? I'm not using union all, I'm not using union. Can I get all the unique values from both the tables? How? Scenario 2. Yes, who said distinct? What's your name? You said distinct, right? Okay. Scenario 2, using distinct clause to get the unique records, right? How do you go for doing this? Select star from or select star into, right? I'll show you two different ways. Select star into transaction underscore all. From what? Union all. Select star from transaction 2. What is happening here, guys? You got a new table. How many records are there? Star from. If you run this query, how many records are coming? If you say select distinct star from this, how many records are coming? Understood? You got it now? Scenario 3 also I'll show you. What could the scenario 3 tell me?
Window functions.
No, I will not get you Windows function because I have not started that. I have to talk anything from session 1, session 2, session 3 lies. Session 3, to do this. Sorry, what did you say? We can use group by.
Yes.
No, I will not use group by. I will also not use group by. Use your mind. How to get this?
The constraint.
Huh?
Can we use constraint?
Why will you go for using constraint here? Constraint means you are going to validate this, right? So think. You need to open your mind now. Since you're appearing for the interview, you should think about what is the possible way that we can do it now.
Joins.
Sorry.
Joins.
So I will not use union. I will use union all to get the distinct values. How will I do this? What did you say?
Sir, where condition?
He is very right. Scenario 3, to do this using distinct and union all by each table. This is very simple, guys. Why are you thinking complicated way? You will say select distinct star from, what is the table name? 1. Yes or no? Then union all, select star from 2, right? Where you will also use what? You cannot answer these, guys. How many records are coming? When using distinct star from this table 1, distinct star from this table 2, this table is also, this is also adding that in the records. It is also unique. Will it work? Will it work? Now what will I do? Just try to open your mind.
Sir, we can create a table and after that we can use distinct.
If I say select distinct star into ABC, will it work? What you answer is right. What you answer is right. We can go for it. But now we need to see the actual scenario, what is happening. How many records are coming now? Sorry?
Can we use subqueries?
No, we have already applied distinct to distinct table. What is happening? The first one is all distinct. Second one is also all distinct, right? But first one records are then inside second table. Now, when you are applying this, we distinct to distinct, both the tables is not impacting at all. Both the tables are going to be unique only. Now, the question is that we have to get, it is okay. If the duplication is there, it's going to consider. But first table records are then second table. But that is coming in second table is also distinct, right? How will you do this scenario?
Can we add distinct before union or?
Can be distinct before union all. That is what we are doing it here. You want to write distinct here before union all. That is not going to work out. That is not going to work out. That is not
Can we put this entire query into a subquery and using distinct on that subquery?
What's your name?
Tanay.
Then you guys are very, very good. I'm very impressed. Select distinct star, right, into ABC, right, from bracket start. Though I have not started these subqueries, I'm still going to take it here. Select star from. What is that? Union all star from. Yes or no? Will it work? Did you understand what he said?
Yes.
What has happened here? What is happening, guys, here?
The ABC table is already created.
1 minute. What is happening here, guys? Okay. So what light here? Will it work? Drop table ABC. Okay. If you run this query now, did it give you 33 records now? So one thing we understand, if you are using alias, if you're using a subquery should be given as a table name as an alias, right? Now, did you understand? Have you ever tried to answer the question like this? Now somebody's going to ask you, I want to get the distinct value from a table. How many ways I can do it? Can you answer that now? You can use union, you can use distinct after appending the table, or you can use subquery to distinct to get the values to a new table. There are so many other ways. We can use row number, we can use group by with count, having count more than one to get all these unique values. That we can also do it, right? But also we can use first. Do you know the selection of first and last in SQL? The Windows function we can also use to get that. But this is also one way to look at it. So is this clear to all of you guys? What is called appending table in SQL? Now we are going to talk about how to go for making your horizontal join, which means merging the tables, right? So we'll talk about SQL horizontal join, which means merging tables. Okay. So what is called merging tables, guys? You will have student education, student occupation table. In student education, this is the left table. Student occupation is the right table. In both the table, what is the common field, guys, here? Student ID. In student ID, how many records are common? You can see that here. Student ID 1 to 5 from the left, student ID 1 to 5 from the right, which is common. Student ID 6 and 7 from the left table, which is not common in the right table. Student ID 8 and 9, which is not common to the left table. Is this clear? Now, when you go for merging these two tables, your first 5 records, which is common. In the left table, S6, S7 is not there in the right table. S8, S9 in the right table, which is not in the left table. So total is how many records? 9 records. Are you getting it? So when you say types of joins are 2 types. One is called inner join, another one is called outer join. Outer join further divided into 3 parts: full outer, left outer, right outer. Inner join, which will take common record from both the tables. Full outer join will take both common and uncommon records. Unmatched join will take the record which is not common in both the tables. Left outer join will take entire part of left and common from the right. If it's a left null, the record which is then the left table but not in the right outer join, which is in the right, entire records in the right table and common from the left table. This is how the output comes. If you say mathematically you want to create an equation to explain somebody about what is called inner join, you will say A intersection B, which takes common records from both the tables. If it's a full outer join, which is going to take that what? A union B, which is taking as what? All the common and non-common records from both the tables. If you say unmatched record, that means A union B minus A intersection B. The uncommon record from both the tables are going to come in. If we say left outer join, which is going to be A union A intersection B. सोनाली आप मोबाइल देख रहे हो, मैसेज देख रहे हो? Please be in the class. Left null join is what? A minus A intersection B. Right outer join is what? B union A intersection B. Right null join is what? B minus A intersection B. If somebody's going to ask you what type of joining it is, unmasked. What type of joining it is? Whatever joining it is, guys. This is going to be, this is going to be, this is going to be. Okay, good. So now, guys, we will be doing that using your SQL programming. For doing this, what I'll do here first, right click, I will say task to import data. So we have to take here student education, student experience. I can call this as student underscore education table, and I can say student underscore experience table, right? So I'll also take it here called EMP underscore details, and I'll be taking this table called EMP underscore experience. I just want to take all this table in one by one. Performance 2020 01, and I'll be taking it here as what? Performance. Okay, next. So I will be taking this horizontal join and vertical join, then we'll do the practical of vertical join and horizontal join together. Then we'll start with the scenarios of self join, cross join, null join, and subqueries. I'll be spending more time on those joins today because subquery is very important for the interview that we'll be targeting to complete more with multiple examples. In this horizontal join also, I'll give you some example today, which is very, very important. Just have a look at it. Hmm. Why it is taking so much time, guys? Have you seen how many databases I have in my CX? That's why it's taking too much time, right? Okay. So we have select star from student underscore education. Then we'll have select star from student underscore experience. Are you getting it? Now, if you run this query, you see both the tables are coming. Clear? Question is that horizontal join, which means merging tables, right? Joins are how many types? Two types. What are those? Inner join. Second one is what, guys? Outer join. Outer join further divided into what? Full outer join and left outer join. Yes or no? Right. Then you'll have right outer join. Full outer join is all about unmasked join. Left outer join is all about left null join. Right outer join is all about right null join. What is inner join? It takes all the common records from both the tables. Yes or no? Right. Full outer join is what? It takes both common and uncommon records from both the tables. Yes or no? It takes all the uncommon records from both the tables. Left outer join is what? It takes all the records from the left table and from the right table. Left null join is what? It takes all the records in the left table and common. Sorry, all the records in the left table which are not in the right table. It takes from the right table and okay, no problem. Right null join is what? It takes all the records from the right table and which are not in the. Does it make sense to all of you guys, everyone? ठीक है? ठीक है ना? Okay. Now we'll start with inner join. What is the inner join? You will say. So before going for merging, we have to understand the merging rules. What are the merging rules? Number one, identify the common fields. Second, identify the table to be called left table and right table. Yes or no? These two things you should identify first. When you say select star from student underscore education, right? You also write select star from student underscore experience. Right. Okay. If you run this query, what is happening, guys? Here, both the tables are coming. Student education and student experience is coming here. Now, which is the left table? What is the common field? Number one. Common field is student underscore ID. Second, which is the left table? Left table is going to be student education. And the right table would be what? Student experience. Okay, good. Now you will write first inner join, right? So how to go for inner join? What will write here? Select a dot student ID. Then a dot student underscore name. A dot gender. A dot education. B dot year of experience. B dot from what? As inner join to what? As B. On what? If you run this query, what is the output is going to come in here? All the common records. Okay. Now we'll be applying this to what? Full join. So what will write here only? Somebody says outer join. Is it happening here? All the common, uncommon from the left table, uncommon from the right table is coming. Okay. Then we'll talk about unmatched join. What is unmatched join? Which is not common from both the tables, and that will come from where? Full join. What condition will give it here? Where a dot or, and that is coming from where? Full join only. Remember this. You're getting all the uncommon records from the left to the right table is coming here. Very good. Now we'll talk about what, guys? Right. In left join, what we'll do here, guys? We have to just write it as what? Left. If I run this query, it is going to take entire part of left common from the right. Clear now? If you say left null join, what will happen? You'll go with what? Left join only. What condition will give it here? Where student ID is null. Can I write b dot company is null? We can also do that. Any column which is coming null, we can take it from the right table. Yes or no? If you run this query, you get the output for left null. Same thing you will talk about in the right join. What we have to use here, guys? You have to just write right. What will happen in the right query? Entire part of right and common from the left is coming. Clear to all of you? How to go for right null join? Sorry guys. Where a dot
Student ID is null.
are you getting it? If you run this query, do you get the output is coming, guys? Clear? Very nice. Perfect. Now we'll talk about intersect. What is intersect? If you say your join, right? You will use what? Intersect to right join. What will happen now here? It will give you inner join value. And when you say except, these are called injections in joining. Intersect, except, minus, these are the minus does not work in SQL, right? It works in Oracle. Okay, these are the injections in joining. What will go for left join? You like what? Except to what? Right join. What it will give you now? Left null. If it is right join to left join, you understand? Is this clear now? Okay. Now I'll do a test, right? So we call joining test 1. Ready for this, guys? We have select star from employee details. We have select star from employee experience. We have these two tables, yes or no, guys? Can you see this? Are you getting it? Right. Now, first of all, merging rule. What is the merging rule? Number
Common
one.
field, find common
What is the
field.
common field?
Employee ID.
Is employee underscore ID. Second, the left table. Left table would be what? Employee details. And the right table is going to what? Tell me, guys, why I took employee, why I took this employee details as my left table. Can you tell me why?
Number of records are high.
Number of records are high.
It is not about number of records. It is always important that what are the column values I should keep. Shall I keep student ID with the experience, student ID with the student name? So which table it is coming? Are you getting it? Employee ID with the company gender is important, or employee ID with the department is important, and education is important. Are you getting it now? So this is called data normalization. We have to understand how to keep each columns which is interdependent to each other. If I put customer ID, date of birth, the next field should be age. Yes or no? Are you getting it? Same way we have to define which is the left table, which is the right table. Clear to all of you? Very good. Now, since we have identified this, what is the next thing we'll do? The question is that get the employee who is having all the records without missing anything. In our join. So how should I write this query? Tell me. Select
Select
A
A dot employee ID.
employee ID. Very good. A dot
Company.
A dot
Some gender.
A dot
A dot age.
A dot
A dot state code.
state underscore. I will give you multiple scenario example now, guys, just to make you feel confident. I have a meeting at 10 o'clock. I have to leave by another 7 minutes. Okay. State code. Then B dot what?
B dot employee ID. B
Then
dot
B dot
department. B
B
dot
dot
education. B dot education.
very good. B dot
B experience.
B dot
Salary.
right. From what?
From
Guys, please go on mute. As what?
employee detail. Age A.
In
Inner
our
join.
join
Employee experience as B.
as B.
D.
On what?
On A dot employee ID is equal to B dot employee ID.
Does it make sense to all of you guys?
Yes.
Is it coming? Right? Now the next question is coming. Get the employees who are 30 years and above from sales and operation department. How to get this answer?
Where clause, sir? Using where clause.
No, that is fine. This is full join. Okay. What's the condition you want to give it here? Where A dot
Where
age
A
then
greater than
30
30
and
and
B dot department is what?
okay,
Department in.
in
Right. What write here? Sales and how do you write this?
Oops.
Are you getting this? Now, if you go for full join to get this value, does it come? Very good. Now, the next question to you. Get the employee whose department and education details are missing. How will you get this answer? Get the employees which,
Unmatched join.
why should I go for unmatched?
Full join.
Left on join.
Where
Where
B dot department is, that's it. And करना ही जरूरी नहीं है. This is going to give you these many employees department missing and education is also missing. Making sense? Understood now, guys? Okay. Tell me, get the employees whose gender or education details are missing. Huh?
Unmatched join.
You'll go for unmatched join, are you sure? Unmatched join, which join will start with?
Full join.
Where
full join.
A dot gender is null or B dot.
Education.
Education is null. Null.
Did you get this, guys? How much you understand this? Very much?
Yes, sir.
You understand about the joining part, right? Okay, guys. I want to give two more examples on this joining part to make your clearing. I will take Amazon data. I will say how many people have been ordered, how many people have requested for refund, or they have returned their products. You have to take two tables. You have to get a question answer saying that multiple questions should be based on that data. You should be able to tell me which join is going to help you to get the output. If it is clear, that means you guys are very clear in joining concept. So at this point of time, I believe like you guys are good in joining concept. Yes or no? Okay, guys. So we're going to end this session here.